But when you work on yourself, you will earn a fortune. There's two different things about that. If you pick me today, by the mercies of God, and take me to Ghana, or take me to Sierra Leone, just give me some time. I'll be back on my feet. Take everything from me. Do you know where the source is? It's inside here. Is where? Inside here. Just take me. Soon enough, I'll be back. I've told someone before, I said, take everybody here in Nigeria, take them to America. Take all those people in America, take them to Nigeria. Give them about 20 years. America will be like Nigeria, and Nigeria will be like... What's the difference? It's the people. There's a need for mind shift. And until that mind is shifted, there will be problem. I want you to show them the slide. Slide 13. There's something called a poor edition of money management. I call it the circle of debt. I want you to show them, please. Show them that slide. Slide 13. Pastor, I will share the slide with you so that those who are not there in the morning can see. You see what I call the cycle of debt? Can you take a look at this? This is pure way of some of you, the way you are living life and the way you are treating your finances. You see, you earn a salary, you take more debt until you don't have capacity for, you still go and borrow. You do shopping, you party, you buy new gadgets, you look for a car, you eat out. And this is how you are living life every day. Every decision you take each day point you towards the same direction. No vision, no goals, nothing new that you are doing in any year. You are doing the same thing over and over again. And you say you don't have results. You cannot have results if you continue in the cycle of debt. One of the principles I learned early in life in money management, sir, if you want to buy a car now, let's say a car costs 30 million. If you have 60 million and buy a car of 30 million, you are in trouble. You say, what's this young man talking about? I'm telling you the truth. If you have 20 million and you buy a car of 10 million, you are in what? In big trouble. God help you on Nigeria road. Anything will be your new wife. Some of you will not have rest when anything happens to it. Because by the time, you know why I said you are in trouble? Let's say you can't buy a car of 30 million and you don't want to do a comprehensive insurance. Because if you have to do a third party of 15,000, the day they batch the door and they tell you that door costs about 400,000, or you want to change your tire that costs about maybe 250,000, thereabout, by the time you change the four, you know you are in trouble. Because the rest, that little one that is left. So what principle have I designed? For every 30 that I want to buy, there must be a 60 somewhere. See, in the journey of management of money, is a test of your behavior. If I ask some of you, how well are you doing with your finances now? You will tell me that, oh, you're on top of it. But it's a lie. By the time I do a test, you will realize that it's actually a lie. You're not doing so well. Do me a favor, after service today. See, today's teaching, by the message of God, this is not AI or anything. Everything, every pointer I'm sharing with you are practical things I've done that has worked. I've done it with more than 5,000 people that has worked. So you'll not be the different one. In fact, you will get a better result. Go on your app. If you use Access Bank, GT or whatever, download your bank statement from June 2024. That's 6 months ago. 6 months, I want June to December. Don't look at the first quarter because you may be sad. Or certain things that you have done this year. I want you to just reflect a little bit back. You know, when you look at your bank statement, there are 3 columns. There is a credit, debit. There is a way they name it. They call it deposit, withdrawal. But there's one they call balance. Do you know that one? They call balance. He accumulates anything that comes into that account. Take a look at that balance and check what is called available balance and compare the two. When you download that 6 months, look at the balance and compare it with your current. You know, one on the top of it, they will tell you available balance. That's the one that is left. and do me a 10%. I'm not asking for too much. You just do 10% interest on that balance I mentioned. Put a 10% on it. Let's imagine you earn 10% from it. You see how rich you should have been. Pastor, about this 5 years ago now, I was in VGC. When I go to barb my hair, and with the IK, IK, I will be barbing hair 10,000. It doesn't matter because we are all in the same environment. My friends will come, we'll be buying shawarma. I'll buy shawarma for like 5-6 people. 5,000 naira. About that time, I started building. When I go to the cement woman, she was selling cement to me at 2,800. I didn't know I was buying 2 bags of cement for each of those guys. And me, I was barbing hair. 5 bags of cement. And that's how many of you are still wasteful. Imagine that I'm still building a house now when cement is now 10,000 naira per one. It's not the case that some of you are not getting income. Your major problem is that you don't know how to manage the resources that's been given to you. That's what I want to address. And where can you now put it to multiply it? Stay with me on this journey. Oh, sorry, because I'm moving around, Abby. Sorry, I'm giving you a bit of work. There are 5 steps of still worship I believe can guide you in your money management. 5 steps is very, very important. The first one is what many of you don't like. I call it budget. Your ability to budget. Budget is not just for accountants alone or finance people alone. Everybody, including you that owns a business, you must be able to plan. What budget means is ability to plan for what you want to do. It makes you more organized. It makes you more a manager over what is going on. It gives you foresight. There are some certain questions you want to ask yourself, but because you don't have the answer, you are running away from that question. It's not good. Make sure you answer those questions. Let me give you an example. If I put a DSTV down now, and we want to take a station, if you are the one, I'm holding the remote now, and the children are seated, I say, let's give the children a station to watch. What station are we going to watch? Cartoon, thank you. If you put the teenagers, who are a little higher than them, in front of that same DSTV, what do they want to watch? Is it the same cartoon? They want to do what? Nickelodeon. They want to go to China. Oh, Abi. Look at me, don't look at Pastor. If you put Pastor Dapo, if he's seated there, what does he want to watch? Cocomelon, okay. Abnormal. Cavalry. What will he want to watch? CNN, channels. Dove Media. Don't forget that one. Dove. What's the difference between the 3 of them? Is maturity. Only what your mother back curriculum afije. Akara. Some of you are old. I see Jakara. When I mean akara, akara is not the actual akara. It's actually that you are still being wasteful, even when you are mature, because you are not seeing anything. You are still very low. You are not seeing beyond where you are. And there's a need to plan that. In our community, I usually ask a question. When we get into that community session, I'll ask them, how much do you want to make in the year 2025? Each time I ask people, how much do you want to, people say, I want to be rich. I want to make some money and all of that. And I sit them down. Tell me, how much do you want to make in the year 2025? Do you know if you are working a job, let's say they pay you, maybe you earn 1 million every month. What it means is that by December, you have 12 million, right? Without taking anything out of it. You already know how much you can make, right? If you're a business person, even when your business is not like every day, but when you get certain projected whatever, you can estimate what it can be like. So when I ask them, how much do you want to make? If you tell me the figure, I'll ask you, where will that money come from? In the School of Work, we have something we call 5 whys. By the time you are getting to your 5th why, you will be clear around what you want to do. If you ask me this morning, why do I need to come here? I've been invited to come and speak to you about finance. Why do I need to come and speak about that finance? I have a passion to let people know what they need to do. What do I stand to go? Why are you doing what you are doing? By the time I get to the 5 why, I'll be crystal clear on what I'm doing. You need to pay attention to yourself. and pay attention to your finance. I've met medical doctors who are illiterate when it comes to finances. They cannot control their finances. They are currently in a state of misery because of poor decisions that they are making. Number 2 is that in this stewardship, you need to think about debt. Debt. Do you know there is a good and bad side of debt? The Bible says that let no man owe anyone anything, right? But when you are going into the business, if I'm sitting here, I will always encourage you to take a loan to do business. Because every conglomerate big people that I know, they never use their money to do business. It's cheaper to find your friends that put money in as equity for you in the business. It makes life easy for you. Because if the business goes down, all of their money too is going down. I hope you understand that. But I've said it over and over again. Never borrow any money to anyone for consumption. What will me back. Say this guy is callous. Mommy, what I said is that never borrow anybody money to eat. You are not a bank. Some of you are currently in trouble because of some money that you have borrowed from people. They have already made up their mind never to pay back. Some of them feel entitled. They say, hey, he's pastor, he's my pastor now. Let me go and collect my money. Pastor, you know, I went to minister somewhere and I was sharing this. And the pastor told me that there were 2 people in church that used to ask for money every month. Pastor promised one, but the other one, because he knows that pastor is sending money to that one that is collecting told the other ones that message him, he will send money to you too. Now, on this case, live scenario, on this case, that one reached out to pastor and said, Pastor, it's the end of the month, to what you help me. And pastor said, don't worry, I'm sending it now. He now wants to, the one that messaged pastor, now want to tell the other friend. He said, Baba, I don't collect my own. No. Go collect your own. He now sent it to pastor mistakenly. They made pastor a workshop. There are some people like that in your family. They have made you a workshop. I don't borrow anybody anything except it's for business. I stop it. I was losing my peace. I don't borrow any man anything. Listen to me. Whatever I have as a capacity, I give. If it's for consumption or somebody is in trouble, I need money, I give. As I'm sending that money, I'm giving you. I'm not borrowing you. But to borrow, no. If you get to bank will ask you for collateral. If he doesn't ask for collateral, if it takes 90 days you didn't pay back, that's a bad debt. Are you with me? Some of you are in trouble because of those kindness that you have made. Stop doing it. You are not a bank. Give to the tune of what God has given to you. You see, today, I call something, regularly review that budget and adjust. Some of you don't like adjustment. You are just rigid. They move fuel price from, is it 300, where we started 2 years ago, or something. Price begins to rise. You are still living life the same way you are living 2 years ago. What it means is that cash flow will be reduced in your hand. Before I attend anybody's wedding now, I have to do a critical thinking around it. My boss in the office celebrated the mother's birthday yesterday at 85. Birthday of 85 years old. So I told my colleague, who is going? I said, we don't want to go. There is no Ashwebi. This, that. We'll just be looking different. I said, okay. If I have to go there, I'll fuel my car to somewhere in Ondo State. After Ondo Town is about 1 hour after Ondo Town. So I've calculated I'm going to do a full tank to that place. Currently, my full tank is about 76,500. And when I'm coming back, there will be a bit of that. Now, it's celebrating on Saturday. They asked us to go on Friday. So I'm going to book hotel to sleep on Friday. Sleep yesterday night because by the time we are finishing, it's late. So let's calculate maybe 40,000 naira per night. 2 nights. That's what? 80,000, right? Plus the 76. That's about 156. And when you get there, won't you give the old woman money? So let's just estimate that I'm supposed to spend 200,000. So looking at that, I took a decision that I'm giving the man 100,000 as a gift and stay back. Is it wise? In fact, he messaged me. The message those who went there. He was already thanking me before those who should die yesterday. Wisdom. They spend more, but to him, I've sent more. Let me tell your neighbor, be wise. We're going somewhere. Our time is running, but I'm going to touch on certain things. You must cultivate the way of reviewing what you are spending on. Some of you currently don't have an idea of what takes money away from you. It's a terrible thing. If I ask some of you now, how much do you earn every month? You tell me on the spot. You tell me, this is how much I'm making. Because you know, but you don't know what is taking money away from you. 2.5, 10 times is how much? 25,000. You'll be fighting over a bill of 25,000. Every day you are not over 2,005 in 10 places. I hope you understand what I'm saying. When you look at it, it says 3.5. What's that? You just do your card. Use PS. By the time you sit back together, that has become 20. You're wondering, where's this money? It's because you don't know money away from you. What do I do different? I have something called a money manager. It's an app. See it, a record like a pig. If you are using Android or using iPhone, you can download it. Don't download it now. So you don't get distracted. Just note it down. What does that thing do for me? Every blessed month, when I'm starting the month, I itemize everything to their life. Their life is really organized. In fact, you will not be running as getter when you are seeing what you are spending on because they are already planned for. Even tells you where to go and not to go. And then you look at what you are doing, you will tell you that, oh, I may need to restrict movement on this and all that, so that you can live a peaceably life of peace. Listen to me. A man who is owing 10 million and living on the island, no, 10 million is too small. If he's owing a 1 billion and living in an apartment of maybe 70 million, and you are living in an apartment of 50,000, and you are not owing anyone, that man who is owing 1 billion, you are far better than him. The quality of life they are living, I'm telling you, it's not there. That's why you think they are better than you. I said that a man asked how many flats that he wanted to give to him. His problem was that I cannot sleep. I just said that, go to the house so that I can work. He said, as the night is like this, everything. If I tell you that in the year 2008, how many years ago is that? When I told the life commission, you'll be what? Same Femi Ola, there is one of the billionaires. A night he wanted to commit suicide because of one singular mistake he made. He told him about the next opportunity, venture into it without knowing the implication. So oil, diesel, he wanted to bring diesel in. He bought each of it, $135 per barrel was what he bought, hoping to come and sell at $200 per barrel. Why the stuff was on D down to Naira, the market crashed. He sold at $35 per barrel. Do you know how much he has lost? So yeah, is either I kill myself now or I storm the weather. Thank God he killed himself. Today it's the rest story. Let me tell your neighbor, don't give up too early. This app helps you to record all your expenditure. So when I drive a filling station, as I'm enjoying that, as I'm using my card, I'm registering on the app. I can tell you how much I spent on fueling in the last 3 years. It has everything detailed. You can download the report into your Excel. I'm that disciplined. You know, I know what you are spending on my grocery every month as a family. Let me show you something. One of the major breakthroughs that we have to is what I'm about to share with you in service. I know it works, and it can actually work for you. And as you begin to see, a new year cannot be new. If you are doing the same thing last year, so you're going to get the same result, or even worse, because there are some dynamics that are changing in the new year. But if you begin to take a new step in your new life, then you are going to see a different result. Show me the next slide. I want to show them something. Something very full. Slide 17. How do I cater for everything that comes to me? I have a principle. I call it a monthly ratio. Helps me guide my spending on a monthly basis. I'm praying that we will move out of the bucket of payment of 10%. Listen to me. If you are not paying next year, I see a certain person to teach about tithing. Things are very tight for you. I know people have talked a lot around, that is for and all that. I taught people in my talk 7 reasons why they tithe. 7 reasons. But I told you today. What are the reasons? Number 1, ultimately, why I'm paying tithe is the love of God. That's one. I see God as my source. And in response, that He has given me power to make well. I'm not the one that has capacity to make it. Because you can make that money today and tomorrow. One of my brother died yesterday. It was unbelievable. It was a shock to the whole world. Someone that was perfectly okay on Friday. If you see, he chatted on Friday night, and then they called him the next day that has no. Only could dress second between life and death. You understand what I'm saying? Anything can happen anytime, anybody. So I want God to know that I'm showing affection of Him. That's what is making me to pay. That's the first one. Number 2 reason is that I want God to be part of my money. Number 2 reason that this money that I have, how do I show that it's part of this money that I have? I want it to be diluted in that one. Because in Malachi chapter 3, that reading about being tight, it talks about something like cankerworms and caterpillars. I can destroy the entire 100% in your hand. I want to ensure I secure. Why do we do insurance? We do insurance and we still close our door. We do insurance the car. What's he doing that one? Because I want to understand why we need to pay. Now, before you pay this ratio that you're looking at, it's not a black and white paper on this ratio. Because I was not married. You see that investment of 30%, I was 60%. Remember what I told you? What activated me was the fact that I sat back and I said to myself, I'll never be poor. What can I do to get out of poverty? So I started aggressive investing. But when I got married 5 years ago, I reduced that to 60%, 30%. I was independent, just by myself. In fact, my parents paid me some money when I finished my life. I'll never be ashamed of saying that. But God has helped me now. God helped me to take care of them now. Now, please do first in this place. Number 1 is you first set out the path of God, 10%. So let's take example, work with me. you have 100,000 in a month as your income. With 10,000, how many is many? 9,000. After that 90,000 is, you are looking at 90,000. The next thing you to do is what I call the running expenses. So some of you want to join a public bus, maybe you have a car you are driving, all of that. You need to buy what they call food. So that is sitting in that running expenses. You want what food are you buying? Some of you are eating out all the time. You are eating tomorrow every day. Outside. Soon enough, you don't have anything to eat. So you look at it. Out of this 90,000, how much is going to transportation? How much are you going to use for grocery? How do I need to buy? Maybe you need to change your dress something. Not because you must stay within your means. Can you watch it? If you are working a job there and your 4 month salary cannot pay for your rent, you are living where you don't belong. Okay. Only what's possible. What I say. If you are working a job, let's say you are earning 100,000 every month, and you are living in an apartment where you pay 1 million per month, you are in trouble. Do you know why? 10 months of your salary going to rent. How will you want to live? You must borrow or do something else. Do you understand? Your rent for 100,000 will be more than 400,000 naira. So that's where will I stay? You don't understand. House is expensive. You need to share apartment for now. That's good. This is what we help you join. Listen to me, sir. If someone is earning 100,000 every month, another brother is earning 100,000.